So I'm having some trouble getting my brand new Rebel T3 to work for this broadcast, which I've been struggling with for 2 hours, and I'm not real happy about that because these webcams here on the computers suck. So do glasses and lighting. Anyway, welcome to the John Cena Cancer, a live YouTube broadcast by your old buddy, Mr. On the Border from Small Town Famous. And this was inspired by a post on my Facebook wall there about how John Cena has basically been a shit to quite a few wrestlers and ruined some careers. 3 words: bad news, Barrett. Remember him from the Nexus? Yeah. Wade Barrett is a victim of the John Cena ego. Hit him away, and the next thing you know, career shot. As you can see, we're in my lovely kitchen, as usual. You can see the fridge in the background. See the Christmas tree my kid made me. And I got some pictures on the wall, and a dry erase board that is long past irrelevant and has some permanent marker on it. I also have in my hand some index cards that will depict our journey through the John Cena Cancer. I didn't rehearse this. This is basically straight off the cuff. I hope some people have tuned in. I see I have 1 viewer. It's going to be funny when you watch this later, and you're going to be like, 1 viewer, I'm watching it. Yay, talk about me. No, I'm not. So anyway, yes, welcome to another rant about John Cena. It's no secret to anybody that knows me that John Cena is my Achilles heel. Jesus, that light is bright. He's my Achilles heel in the world of professional wrestling. I'll call it pro wrestling since the WWE is afraid to call it anything but sports entertainment. And that allows people like John Cena to pull off this crap. Like, I always said you could go in the ring and shoot Cena in the head and he would kick out at 2. It doesn't make any sense. I did borrow some information from a website that had the 12 reasons that John Cena is bad for business. And then I'm going to give you some reasons why I think he would be good for business and better for business. Let's start at the top, and that would be no selling. There are too many instances to give that he just doesn't sell. One that comes to mind for me, I think it was an Extreme Rules match with him, Alex Riley, and The Miz. By the way, he buried The Miz so deep that The Miz is back on the Real World, or whatever it is that he was on, that reality show, on that station that I stopped watching when I turned 23. I remember they beat him with kendo sticks. They beat him senseless. And he turned around. I mean, this was not just a simple beating. This was a beating for minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes of this beating. And then he does a few moves, or 5 moves of doom, boom, beats him. I remember this was the moment that I wasn't a Cena fan before. This was the moment where I was like, was my intelligence just insulted? I am not, I am 36. At my age, I am not inspired by John Cena overcoming the odds. And if it's entertainment, that's not entertainment to me. Are you trying to motivate me like a child, or are you trying to entertain me? Because the last thing I need right now is for somebody to inspire me to overcome the odds. I'm a parent. I overcome the odds every day. I don't need John Cena to, inspire me to do that. If you see me looking down like this, I'm looking at the lag. So I'm hoping that, don't even watch the video unless you want to see me wave my arms and stuff. But you can probably just listen to this and get the gist. Anyway, number 2, beating Alberto Del Rio every time he has the belt. Sometimes it's not even necessary. I mean, there are times he's come back, and most recently coming back right after an injury he should have been out for 6 months for. But just to get at us super fans, they brought him back, and and he beat Alberto Del Rio in his first match back. at a pay-per-view. It was ridiculous. Another one of those things where you're like, really? Really? Stop beating Alberto Del Rio. The dude's already, it's rumored to be, he's going to hit, he and CM Punk are going to retire in the next 2 years. Maybe you should look into it too, John, or at least give some other guys some time at the top. Talk to Undy about that. For those of you that don't know, Undertaker. This guy knows the business, is well respected, and will be more respected than John Cena because he has helped put more younger guys over than John Cena has beat. Anyway, moving on. Oh, you know what? I totally missed. Remember the Nexus? Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, some of the guys who have really stupid gimmicks or are just wrestling house shows. Or I don't even think Justin Gabriel's working anymore. I was just at a house show Friday in Indianapolis, and he wasn't there. And by the way, Randy Orton nor John Cena were there. Oh, you can't come to a house show in Indianapolis. But CM Punk and Daniel Bryan were, so that's okay. Real wrestlers were there, not the prima donnas. And my son just walked in, knowing that I'm working. What? You know how to do it. Go put it in and play it. Go put it in. Go put it in and play. Here. This interrupts everything I do in life, from pooping to dishes. Anyway, like I said, I'm a parent. I'm overcoming the odds all the time, like during a live broadcast for Minecraft. This is me shooing him away. I love my kids, but when I ask for time and they interrupt me, I get a little besmirched. Anyway, the Nexus. Remember how he buried them? Remember they came out and destroyed the set and everybody marked out? I marked out. Did anybody else mark out? I marked out. And then I was like, wow, this whole stable dominating, and it was NWO-esque, and I didn't care for the big, inverted N logo. It reminded me of, I don't know, just like a generic brand of macaroni and cheese. But he buried him. Jericho, Edge, and Cena went into this match, and Jericho and Edge I guess they had an ending to put the Nexus over, but Cena wanted to be DDT'd on the floor, kick out at 2, and then beat them. They said, no, that's stupid. And he did it anyway. He just did what he wanted. And then afterwards he was like, oh yeah, that was stupid. Because it looked dumb. It was, how you going to get DDT'd on the floor and you're going to kick out at 2? Come on, man. Come on. Really. At what point does your ego need to deflate to realize that you legitimately put Daniel Bryan over, but you were injured. So that was your cushion there to fall back on. When Daniel Bryan, you put him over legitimately. But I could get really revved up about this, about John Cena. So I'm going to go back from number 1, the Nexus, to number 4, redundancies. His character's redundant. His character's redundant. His moveset's redundant. Everything about what he does is redundant. You know what's going to happen, and you know going into it that he's most likely going to overcome the odds and inspire the masses of people. Why? How many times are you going to do it? It's no surprise. It's like, if I watch a pay-per-view, if I pay for a pay-per-view, generally I don't watch his match. And if he comes up on TV, I DVR until I get past it. If you did ratings with my house, his segments are the lowest rated segments ever. Period. Oh, my one viewer left. Anyway, yeah, it's completely redundant. You know what's going to happen. It's predictable. The storyline garbage, the AJ scandal, the Kane Embrace the Hate, where they were teasing the heel turn. Just the tip. That's all they gave you, was just the tip. And then they took it away. I'm sorry, guys. I'm real sorry. He didn't turn heel. He should. The whole 434 days that CM Punk held the title, I think I wrote the statistics down. Let me just tell you here. Cena headlined 9 pay-per-views. Punk headlined 3. And the World Heavyweight title was defended at 0 in 2012. Why? John Cena. Why is a guy who's not even champ headlining every pay-per-view to bury the title for one of the longest reigns in the modern era? Tell me that's not ego. I know that he doesn't write this stuff and book it, but you got to think he's the biggest face since Hulk Hogan. He's got to have some pull backstage. And why is he headlining? The matches are predictable. A lot of them are garbage. And who wants to see that but 8 and 9-year-olds? Not I. Extreme Rules 2012. Remember who? Who'd he face? Brock Lesnar. Or hang on a second. Brock Lesnar. Anyway. How many times have I said anyway? Let's do an anyway count. Brock Lesnar beat the living shit out of Cena for the whole time. And then what does Cena do? Overcomes the odds. Thus, cooling Brock Lesnar's jets on his return. And it's killed the momentum he had coming in. He should have squashed. My opinion is this: Brock Lesnar's on a very limited handful of dates type contract, and he makes 7 figures for it. He makes a lot of money just to come back and wrestle occasionally. Every time he comes back, he should destroy his opponent. Make that predictable. Oh, it's Brock Lesnar. He's gonna win, but we're gonna tune in and find out. Cena beating him once again pissed me off. Were you upset? Okay, is that the end of that card? Yeah. There we go. Let's go to the number of wrestlers that he's buried with his ginormous backhoe or shovel. Dolph Ziggler beating him legitimately, clean, twice in a row. What was the point in that? Ziggler is a talent that needs to be put over, and I think at the time he was heel. So why not put him over Cena? I mean, at least storyline-wise, like by DQ, maybe? Count out? Is Cena too big of a egomaniac to lose by count out? Ziggler was well on his way until he won the title, cashed it in, got a great big. I mean, that was the biggest pop I'd heard up to that time. That his wrestling was real stagnant. That was the biggest pop I'd heard for a while. And then Jack Swagger kicks him in the fucking head and gives him a concussion and ruins it. I believe I'm right. It was Jack Swagger, right? It wasn't ADR. It was Jack Swagger. So he has to come back. He drops the title to ADR. I believe he dropped it to Alberto Del Rio. I haven't done a lot of fact finding on everything, but he was supposed to be. He has the it factor. I think it's rumored he has a big mouth and gets himself in trouble. But whatever. Anyway, that's his prerogative. He wants to shoot off at the mouth and be that guy. Screw it. You might as well. Jack Swagger ruined your title run, and Cena practically buried you. So shoot off the mouth. They fire you. Go to TNA. You be champ there. He tried to verbally bury The Rock about the notes on his wrist comment, but The Rock's already a legend. You can't bury The Rock. Come on. The Rock. I am not a fan of Hollywood Rock wrestling. I think Hollywood Rock needs to stay the fucking Hollywood, because when he came and he ended CM Punk's title run, I thought that was the stupidest move ever. I know they had to get the title off Punk and put him into the streak match with The Undertaker, but it would have been cool to have title versus streak. CM Punk wins the streak, ends the streak, and walks away with the title. But it's going to take a pretty good match to end the streak. And honestly, I think they probably are just done with that. Let him retire with the streak. I thought CM Punk would end it because I was real high on CM Punk. Let me tell you, buddy, he could do no wrong. And here's a list of wrestlers he's buried. The Miz, he's buried him so deep that he's finding Christmas presents and bones. He's also finding the barium cough syrup they used to make. Alberto Del Rio, Nexus. Who else? Ryback. Couldn't really bury Punk. I think he and Punk they're working together now, but I don't think they have worked many matches ago. I think when Punk was champ, he beat John Cena multiple times, but Cena was still headlining the pay-per-views. I start to get annoyed that I will start stammering. So forgive me if I start stammering. And I think I've already touched on this because I didn't rehearse and I didn't know where I was going to go with my little Jay Leno cards here. But overcoming the odds, man. Come on, that's like saying your prayers, taking your vitamins, changing your Depends, picking your nose, eating your boogers, beating the monsters, the boogeyman. I'm coming to get you. I don't care about overcoming the odds. I don't. That shit's for kids. And the audience, since Cena's been hot, and since 2005, has grown. That's 8 years. It's like a generational gap. Okay, and most of those kids that liked him then were, I don't know. Let's just go from, let's make them as young as 4, but now they're 12. Do you like the same things you liked when you were 4 when you were 12? No. When I was 4, I liked Spider-Man and Francie my monkey and Muppets and Steakums. And then when I turned 12, you know, I liked Metallica, Faith No More, and in the upcoming rising alternative music scene. I didn't give a shit about the Muppets anymore. And I fucking hated Steakums by that point. And I sure as hell didn't give a shit about the Muppets. Did I already say that? Muppets, Steakums, Francie. I still had Francie and Francis. I have them both. Anyway, I got them when I had heart surgery 31 years ago. Never get rid of that stuff. So people's taste change. It's like when the WWE hit a stale point and was losing to WCW, they had to make a change. But now they don't have any competition, and TNA is no real competition. TNA, by far, I wouldn't say they have a superior product, but they have a different product, and it's interesting to watch. Some of it's kind of hokey, and sometimes they copy from the WWE. But I know one thing that is they use their talent. So especially since Hogan's gone and Flair's gone, I mean, they're using talent that has not been pushed before or had World Heavyweight Championship opportunities. I will admit that they put the belt on some people. So I remember when I first started watching TNA, I was real hot, real big on Samoa Joe. His music would hit, and I was just like, yeah. I liked watching the guy perform, man. He was scary. I mean, he just pummeled people, and he looked mean. I liked his look. I mean, I actually remember the first match I saw him wrestle. I couldn't tell you who he was wrestling, but I was like, what is this chubby guy? Okay, well, let's see. He's got cool music. His, you know, then he comes to the ring, and he was so agile and beat people up that I was hooked from that moment on. And AJ Styles. AJ Styles he should just shut his mouth. He has the presence of I don't know. He has the presence of a neon green crown and a box of black crowns. I don't know. He's like, no, that would make him stand out, wouldn't it? He has no presence. He's a great wrestler, but he's from the South, and he just sounds like them old boys from the 80s, and he really needs just to be quiet because, you know, he's not much of a talker. But I really like AJ Styles, and no, guys, he's not going to go to the WWE. The WWE didn't spend millions of dollars on a performance and talent developmental center to hire people that have been in TNA getting beat up and injured for 12 years. Sorry, it's not going to happen. I'd like to see it, but they're not going to do it. They got guys like Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. They've got Antonio Cesaro. They still got Jack Swagger still young. I mean, they're bringing him back. They got a lot of talent, so they're not going to bring in AJ Styles. And I digress because I get off my point again. Overcoming the odds is annoying. Is that where we were? I can't remember. This is fucked. Because I write down highlight points, hot points on these cards, and then I read from them, and I've derailed. It's a lot different than an STF video, which, by the way, I am going to be filming some STF content this week, and you're going to see your old buddy Derp, Dick the Hick, and a couple new characters I've developed because I don't have a cast anymore. I have a couple people, but they got jobs and families. They can't come around much. So there's going to be some stuff coming up. Let's get back to this wrestling thing. I got one last talking point, and then I might ramble for a few and just let this video be 30 minutes long for those who want to watch wrestling. Opinion review videos done by guys with ADD and bipolar. That's cool. I'll just cross my legs and get comfortable here. Oh, see, I wanted my Rebel T3 to record this. This looks like crap. No, we already talked about it. He buried the WWE title. There you have it. 9 pay-per-views that he headlined versus 3 of CM Punk's, which, might I add, that after Cena was injured and Punk came back after his, he was healing his wounds and coming down on the storyline and so on and so forth, he's headlined a lot of Raws and he's headlined pay-per-views left and right. And he's not the champ. Why? Why now? He even mentioned it, he's like, well, I seem to be doing it now. Doesn't make any sense, WWE. You got a cancer in this John Cena, but you could turn him into a white blood cell, in essence, by simply doing this. Have him put people over. You don't have to bury the guy or make him look stupid. He's a legend already. He's already a Hall of Famer. That matters. You just pick and choose who you want to put in your own Hall of Fame. I have the Hall of Fame in my house. I just pick and choose. I'm in it. But you're not going to bury the guy. You're most certainly not going to ruin his career. He's rich beyond his wildest dreams. He has so much clout in the WWE that he can pretty much do anything. Now his girlfriend, he's dating the other talent. I mean, and God, they got their own show, and those girls look like Mexican transvestites, and they're not talented, and hearing them talk is like punching yourself in the throat with your car keys. So you see that he's weighing talent down, his girlfriend's weighing talent down, and I think the only people that aren't holding people back are Daniel Bryan and maybe his girlfriend, whoever the hell she is, the other Mexican transvestite. Have him put people over like, I don't know, maybe Curtis Axel? Maybe Roman Reigns? Work a program with Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. Bring back the light heavyweight division. You have a guy like Rey Mysterio that you keep putting you were putting the World Heavyweight title on. I don't see him wearing the WWE World Heavyweight title now, ever. But you got this guy running around being World Heavyweight Champion. I believe that there's a weight in the name because that is the weight class. Rey Mysterio is 175 pounds. I'm 175 pounds. I sure as fuck don't look like a World Heavyweight Champion. Period. At all. Of course, I don't work out. Don't eat right. I don't smoke, though. You bring back these divisions. You got the Intercontinental title, and it's like the clusterfuck of shuffling it around to see who it belongs to. You got it on Big E Langston now. I'm kind of confused about that. The guy is a powerhouse. The guy is over. He has people pop for his finishing move. That's important. But he doesn't have a lot of presence. I liked him better as a heel. A heel, if you have a menacing finishing move like the F5 or the Batista Bomb or give me another, guys. Anyway, to me, it's always more menacing if the guy's a heel. Big E would be a better heel champion. Just my opinion, that's all. And personally, he should be working a program with Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. Then, okay, scenario, Shield disbands, okay? And it's happening. They've been teasing it. I don't know if you noticed the tension between Ambrose and Reigns. There's always this tension there. Like Ambrose is obviously stating it as putting himself in a position as the leader, which is cool because who the fuck leads the Shield? The Shield leads itself. No, Ambrose is the mastermind or whatever, and Rollins is the muscle, and not Rollins, Reigns is the muscle. God, if I get him right, okay. Rollins is the bump guy and Reigns is the muscle. If you notice every match they have, every time poor Seth Rollins gets in the ring, he's just making the other guy look good. And good for him. He's doing his job. He's had a good run for a year. By the way, I was at Survivor Series at Bankers Life Fieldhouse when the Shield debuted, and it was awesome. But he's the bump guy. He's getting beat up. He's making the other guy look good. Ambrose is a good wrestler. Working program with him and Punk is great. By the way, the Shield did take on CM Punk at the house show at Bankers Life Fieldhouse on the holiday tour on December 27th. It was awesome. It's not a bad show. So if you disband the Shield, work a program with Reigns and the big guys, Orton, Cena, since he wants to be right up there with the belt. And this is what kills me about Cena is he never has to earn a title shot. He just simply comes back and he has a title shot instantly. Yes, that's Thomas the Train. See? Brand new Thomas the Train. Just bought it today. Hey, buddy. Sit down there and play if you're going to be in here. Don't make your trains talk, though, okay? So, Reigns is working with the big guys. You take Rollins and you take Ambrose and you work them with Punk and Daniel Bryan and, I don't know, maybe Cody Rhodes. Maybe try to put some charisma. Give him a charisma suppository. You being here really kills me being able to cuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say bad words with you here. Yeah, Slade says peace. Okay, take your toys. Get your pipe. Go on. Vámonos. Andale. Peace means he's out. Bye-bye. So you got Ambrose and Punk and Kofi Kingston and Curtis Axel working programs together. And that's going to be entertaining. I don't need hokey entertainment. I don't need clowns. And I miss the days of boobs, fart jokes, and semen squirt guns. I don't know. This PG rating is killing it. And if you have these guys in a TV 14 rating where they could bleed, it would be good. It's way overdue for a makeover. Who else do we got? I know I'm rambling here, guys, but this is a live broadcast, and I'm entertaining I don't know how many people, and somebody come watch it later. Jack Swagger, Antonio Cesaro. I don't even know what the Big Show's doing. He went from headlining a pay-per-view, and I know why he's being shuffled to the mid-card. Ironclad contract equals title shot occasionally, but that match he had with Orton, all those boring chants, it was terrible. I felt sorry for him because Orton can actually put on a decent match and entertain and make the other guy look good. But Big Show is just, he's the Big Show, and he just needs to be an attraction and on occasionally. Just paying 50 grand a week or whatever you pay 50 grand a month. I think he makes $2 million a year. Anyway, paying 50 grand a month to go sit at home and then pay him an appearance fee and a pay-per-view, whatever. Put him on a Legends contract. He's done. Done watching the Big Show. 20 years of it. Done. You know, and you got Batista coming back. Let's not forget about Batista coming back. He's coming back. Batista. I'm super excited. I know Batista's been around for a while, but it's a change, and I don't see him remaining. I'm sure he's probably going to debut as a face because he's already over. He's going to come in. There's going to be a huge pop, and he's probably going to go right for Randy Orton because they come from, you know, Evolution and whatnot and all that. And this may be the chance for John Cena to be overshadowed. And let me say this explicitly to you. I'm going to tweet this link, this video, to all the WWE superstars, to the WWE. I'm just going to Twitter rape with this fucking video. We don't care if John Cena overcomes the odds. We don't care. We're not inspired by it. We don't care. It's predictable. There's no point in watching his matches. It's the same crap. He gets his ass kicked for 10 minutes. He does 5 moves. He wins. Every time he comes to the ring and somebody else is over, the spotlight's there, and you see Cena's shadow coming in. And there's Cena with his stupid smirk. Keep him away from people who are over. Daniel Bryan doesn't need a rub from Cena anymore. Okay? We want less Cena. Work him with guys to put them over, not to bury them. And have him stop spooning off other people's rubs and spooning off other people's, you know, spotlight. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is coming from a fan who has watched wrestling since he was 6 years old on a 12-inch black and white TV with a coat hanger jammed in the back of it in the middle of Laurel, Indiana, watching old NWA matches, watching Harley race, and through the years watching Sting, and remember seeing Cactus Jack being my favorite wrestler, that guy with no teeth. I loved him, and I loved that stuff, man. I watched it all the way up until I was a teenager and you guys kept on with the hokey crap. I had outgrown Hogan. I cried when Hogan lost the belt to Andre the Giant in the screw job with the two Hebners. I cried. Legitimately, I cried. I was a kid. Went to my bedroom and cried. Yeah, wrestling was real to me. Still, it's still real to me, damn it. Outcomes predetermined. Physicality is real. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying wrestling is fake because it is not. Take this from a guy who has hung out with the dudes in the ring, and I don't want to say I've been through anything those guys have been through, but I managed the guy and I've seen him get the crap kicked out of him, and I've helped him backstage and seen the blood, seen the scratches, seen the bruises, seen the damage, and I felt it. I've been hit with a chair. It sucks. I've fallen out of a ring and hit the side of my head on concrete. That sucked. So wrestling is definitely very real. See how I keep getting off topic? This is like having a real conversation with me. It's all over the place, except it's like nobody else is interrupting me and talking to me. Anyway, WWE, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Make Cena put people over. I'm done. I don't even watch it anymore. I wait till 11:30 and I go to the DVR and I do this. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Ooh, CM Punk. Fast forward, fast forward. Oh, Daniel Bryan. Fast forward. Bad News Barrett. Good God, what the hell have they done to this guy? Fast forward. John Cena. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. +5. Oh, went too far. Went too far. Oh, there's a Murder She Wrote marathon on. Think I'll go to that. See, you're losing me. I don't know if the DVR counts as a rating, like that's me, counts as me watching it. I really hate that I'm even giving you that rating. But change it. And take yourselves off TV, please. What are you, heel or face? What are you? It's confusing. What do we do? They like this guy, they don't like this guy. You guys change every other week. You can't even stay with your own storyline. It's like every Monday you rewrite it. And Stephanie, man, you are not talented. You may have talent behind the scenes. Now, unless you're booking this crap, then you don't have an ounce of talent. You're just a what do they call it? A majority owner or whatever. Get out of the ring and keep your ass backstage. Vince pulled it off because people didn't like Vince. Vince was hot. You're not. You're now a corporate sellout, Triple H, who needs to just stay backstage and give Shawn Michaels knee rides. You know, call up old tore another quad. What's his name? Nash. The biggest guys in the business. I can't remember his name. You know, give him some ace bandages and a bottle of Xanax and just stay backstage, dude. There's no point in you being out there. You could be entertaining Triple H, but this shades of gray character you're doing is bullcrap. I mean, like, one day you're screwing Daniel Bryan over, and the next day John Cena's standing next to you in the ring, which was a cool teaser before that match, because I thought that pay-per-view, I was like, man, what if John Cena turned heel? This was the last pay-per-view, by the way, when he didn't win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And what if he turned heel and went with the Authority? Ugh. Nice name, by the way, the Authority. Believe in the Authority. Should have turned him heel. Should have screwed Orton over. Would have made Orton the biggest face in the company and Cena the biggest heel. You guys would have made billions at the box office. But you continue to give us crap. Your ratings continue to drop. Some of your biggest stars are going to be retiring. You're trying to build superstars with John Cena burying everybody. And the only unfortunate thing is you won't fail or go out of business, and nobody can buy you. So you can just continue to do this forever, and it's sad. I really wish somebody with billions of dollars could come along and compete with you. Because I tell you what, if by chance at any point in my life I ever hit one of these insanely huge lotteries by like 600 million, I'm gonna try to like find, I don't know, has Ted Turner still got money? I'll get a hold of him and Donald Trump and some other people and just go head to head with you. You know, I'll just pay your talent ridiculous ass contracts to come and wrestle for my corporation for, I don't know, a year until you just lose so much money, and then you can buy all their contracts out. I break even, and I just go live on a secluded island with a hammock and a volleyball with a blood handprint on it that I call Wilson. My future plans. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. I'm going to go and play Xbox or go do something. And this will be available on the YouTube channel, Small Town Famous 765, on YouTube for everybody to enjoy afterwards. This has been a goulash, just fucked up rant about everything John Cena, everything wrestling. I love wrestling. It's probably one of the greatest passions in my life, and that passion is being, I don't want to say the passion's being ruined. The product sucks right now. I've got like 6 shows I need to watch, and there's like 2 Raws, 2 SmackDowns, and 2 Impacts that I need to watch, and I have no motivation. It's Mr. on the Border, and I'm out of here.